Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you. It's for Friday, the 26th day of June. Here we go. More brachos questions on bread. French toast. What is the proper bracha on French toast? So generally, a normal piece of French toast is a slice of bread, and it's then been dipped in egg and batter or whatever and fried. It still looks like a piece of bread. It's basically acting like the original piece of bread, and the bracha on that type of French toast is hamotzi. If, for whatever strange reason, the French toast was constructed, bad word, but you know what I mean, made up of little tiny pieces that are way less than an olive size, then it doesn't resemble bread anymore, and the bracha on that, if you were to be eating such a thing, the bracha on that would be mazonos. But your typical French toast made up of a slice of bread, that's hamotzi. Challah kugel. Now that's kind of interesting, and some of you probably don't know about it. Some of you might make it different ways, but a good, safe general rule to say on challah kugels is that since most challah kugels are made of pieces of bread, but they're then made all sweet and everything, and they might have raisins or who knows what inside, and they're not usually left to taste like bread, but they're sweetened up with lots of stuff. So most challah kugels, because of all that sweetness, don't resemble the original anything. And the bracha on that would most typically, in those sweet situations, be a borei mine mazonos. Matzah brai. Those, if you don't know, are pieces of matzah broken up and then scrambled up with egg, and so they kind of make a egg matzah pieces omelet. Maybe that's a way to describe it. So it would really depend in that situation on how big the pieces are. If they're bigger than an olive size, then they would qualify for hamotzi, and if they're smaller, then they wouldn't. So a good safe thing that a lot of the poskim like to say in the situation of matzah brai, in that type of situation, is if you're having it, and you're not going to be sure like what the size is and if it's hamotzi or not, so just have a piece of matzah before you eat everything and make hamotzi on that. If it's not Pesach time, by all means make a bracha hamotzi on a piece of bread and then enjoy the matzah brai, and then you won't have much bracha question because you will have made a proper, appropriate hamotzi on the bread or the matzah, which preceded the matzah brai. Now, Sfardim, there are Sfardim who make a mazonos on matzah. If you didn't know that, they say the bracha of mazonos on matzah all year long, except on Pesach. So if they're having matzah brai throughout the entire year, so they would be making the bracha of mazonos on that matzah brai. But I don't know if all Sfardim do that. Check with your rabbi if you are a Sfard. The tiny yellow croutons that you see in the store bottles, so what bracha are they? They're most typically, everyone says mazonos on them because they're deep fried and they are not bread material. They don't resemble bread or anything. And they, of course, get the bracha of borei mine mazonos. But sometimes when you're eating a salad and there are large pieces inside of stuff that much more closely resembles pieces of bread, depending on their size, they might need a hamotzi. So a safe thing to say again, if you're eating a salad that has nice big pieces of bread, crunch, croutons in them, is it's safe to say that, I know you might not want to hear this, but if you make a hamotzi on a piece of bread that precedes the meal, then you won't have any doubt about what to do about the croutons that are inside of your salad. But if you have bread croutons in your salad and they're kind of big and they might need a hamotzi and you didn't wash, then you're putting yourself in a brachos jam. If you do eat this kind of food a lot and you want to get it right, you should get it right, of course. Speak to a rabbi, show him what it is that say, I have this for lunch like once or twice a week. I want to know what bracha do I make on this salad? Do I have to wash? Must I have bread with it? So check into that if this situation applies to you. Have a great Shabbos and log on again after Shabbos for more. Bye-bye.